Just after trading for AJ Greer's rights, the Anaheim Ducks lock him up on a multi-year deal, signaling their depth game is officially leveling up. Let's talk about what Greer brings to Anaheim. I'm Cody Spink. I'm the host here at Ducks Digest, and I talk all things Anaheim Ducks. Before we get into talking about the deal with Greer, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. 80% of you are still not subscribed to the channel. So please, it's free and you get daily Ducks updates. And every time the Anaheim Ducks make a move, trade, sign someone, and even I'm going to go over each draft pick the Ducks just had over the weekend. So hit the notification icon if you haven't done so. That way you never miss a video when it's out. Now let's get back to the deal. So the Anaheim Ducks signed AJ Greer to a 4-year, $4.25 million contract. He's 29 years old, and it's only a total value of $17 million over the 4 years, and at a percentage of the cap hit of only 4.1. So the deal does end in 2030. He'll be 33 years old, so he'll still have time to sign another, little bit of a deal after the contract's over. So it makes me wonder, does he plan to stay in Anaheim after that? I don't know. We got to see how these first 4 years go. But other than that, I don't hate the deal, but I don't love the deal. So I like the term. I'm not a big fan of the AAV. So I think they could have got him for a little bit less. But for someone has Stanley Cup experience, he did have a career year last year. So it really makes me wonder, was this a huge overpay for the Anaheim Ducks? We'll talk about right here. So this is according to cap wages. This is what the average earning should be for each position. So as you can see, he's probably a bottom 6 forward. He's a left wing. So I'm going to guess we'll just go on the high side. So the third line left wing averages a 3.7 million AAV, and we locked up Greer for 4.25. So yes, we did overpay a little bit, but is it really an overpay? I really think the Ducks really need someone like Greer. Yes, it wasn't someone that we needed to get. Yes, I know we need a 2C. I know we need right-hand shot defenseman. We probably need a backup goalie behind O'Stahl. But Greer is really good on the defensive side of the puck. Someone that would look really good right next to Ryan Poehling. And I think them two together are going to be really good as a good checking line, a good defensive line, and they even can play on the PK together. So I really like this setup for the Ducks. Yes, and I think he's a huge upgrade over a Johnston and a VL. And I even hear VL is asking for either 4 years at 3 million or 3 years at 4 million. So I would much rather have someone that has playoff experience at over 4 million, around $4 million, than someone who's played in the AHL most of their career and just now got some NHL experience. So I actually really don't mind the overpay. And plus, if you got to think about it, Killorn and Kreider, their contracts are off the books after this next season. They're both making well over, I want to say they're both making 6.25 or 6.5 million. So both of their cap hits are coming off the books after this season. And I don't think they're going to cost that much after. I know Killorn's a little up there in age. Kreider is a little up there in age. So even if they do resign, they're not going to be on over a $6 million AAV player. So we did acquire AJ Greer from the Florida Panthers in exchange for the rights of Radko Gudas. Now, Radko Gudas has not yet signed a deal with Florida, but we did hear talks that he was already planning on going either there or Toronto. But now that his rights got traded to Florida, it really sounds like he is probably going to sign with Florida. Honestly, and I'm glad we're not in the same division or even conference as Florida with the team that they're making over there. They have both the Kachuk brothers now. They have Garnet Hathaway. Sam Bennett, Brad Marchand. Now they have Radko Gudis, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing someone else, but that's not someone I would really want to play against four times a year. I'm glad just sticking to them, seeing them twice a year. So honestly, I think this was a home run trade by Pat Verbeek. Yes, did he have to overpay to keep Greer? Probably. But I really think that what Greer can bring to Anaheim is really going to help us out in the long term. Like playoff experience, Stanley Cup final experience. He does have a ring. So he knows what it takes to win, and that could really help the Ducks. Because right now, the Ducks don't really have a lot of players that have won a cup before. It's what, Killorn? And that's it. But now we add AJ Greer, someone that's younger, and he can play, third, probably the highest I would want to see him is second line. But that's if we're desperate. But I would really like to see AJ Greer on the third or fourth line. Yes, is it overpaid for a third or fourth liner? Yes, but he does bring a lot of experience to Anaheim. So I'm really excited to see how well AJ Greer will be with the Ducks. Last year he did get a lot of extra playing time because Florida Panthers just had nothing but injuries. So he had 78 games, 17 goals, 15 assists for 32 points, and was a plus 14. A career 326 games, 36 goals, 45 assists for 81 points. So, yes, a majority of his points were last year, but that was also with an elevated play. So, I wouldn't expect to see him around that same point range. But then again, we didn't expect Painley to go off with the Ducks this last year like he did, and he's making 3.75 million a year, and he's a center. But I think this is going to be a good fit for the Anaheim Ducks. Last but not least, yes, it was he is a second round pick, 39th overall, but I don't know. I really like the I really like the deal. We get it. We get to keep him for a multi-year deal, and he is coming from Florida, a no-tax state, and now he's coming to Anaheim. So that's probably why the overpayment happened, because he was probably going to make more, or more in Florida because of the no tax. So here's his metrics: 63 offense, 78 defense. But if you look at the impact on defense that he does, that's really good. We need a player like that in Anaheim because we know how bad our defense was last year. So I really think he's going to help with the Ducks be better defensively, hopefully help our penalty kill out, help Dostal with not getting so many high danger chances, and hopefully he really, really helps the Ducks not give up the first shot on goal every game. So let me know what you guys think about the contract. Was it payment? Was it not enough? I mean, I think we all think it was a little bit of overpayment, but I don't think it's that bad. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. This is Ducks Digest. Fly high and stay mighty.